aliens realized too late humans are the original elder species. HFY Story. Prologue: Forgotten Origins. The Galactic Federation spanned thousands of light years, uniting countless civilizations under its banner of peace and shared progress. Its archives held the collective history of the galaxy, yet there was one entry, ancient and cryptic, that left scholars puzzled: the era of the First. It spoke of an ancient species that rose to power when the galaxy was young, a race of such incredible technology and cultural prowess that they reshaped star systems to their will. Their empire stretched across the stars, their creations leaving echoes in the void long after their disappearance. The records were incomplete, fragmented over eons of decay and neglect. The species' name had been lost, their origins forgotten, and their existence relegated to myth. To the Federation, they were nothing more than legends. In their arrogance, they believed they had surpassed even the mightiest beings of old. After all, their fleets bristled with plasma arrays, gravitic annihilators, and energy barriers. No threat remained in the galaxy that they could not vanquish. Yet, in the forgotten corners of the galaxy, whispers persisted. Ruins on desolate worlds hinted at technologies beyond comprehension. Star systems bore scars of construction on a scale the Federation could not replicate. Despite these clues, no living species claimed to have encountered the first. Until now, when the Federation's exploratory fleets approached a system on the farthest reaches of the Orion Arm, a seemingly mundane system centered around a G27 system star, they discovered something extraordinary: Earth. A planet teeming with life, but more importantly, bearing the unmistakable hallmarks of the first. Chapter 1: The Federation's Discovery. The exploratory fleet, led by the proud Otril species, arrived in the Sol system, expecting another backwater world with primitive inhabitants. Their scans immediately contradicted their assumptions. Earth, though technologically modest on the surface, radiated an energy signature that baffled their instruments. Buried deep beneath its crust, dormant megastructures pulsed faintly, as if waiting for some unseen signal. "This cannot be correct," Commander Vresh murmured, staring at the readings aboard the Vanguard Apex. An inhabited world atop ruins of this scale, and humans, of all species? To the Otril, humans were known as an eccentric but unremarkable species, stubbornly clinging to their independence. Unlike most races, humans rarely sought inclusion in galactic affairs, operating as if they had no interest in Federation politics. Their technology, while advanced enough to traverse their local star systems, was unimpressive compared to Federation standards. Yet here was undeniable evidence that Earth held secrets far beyond what humans had revealed. "Deploy reconnaissance teams," Vresh ordered. "If there is any truth to these ruins being connected to the first, we must secure them for the Federation." Across Earth's surface, Federation reconnaissance ships descended under cloaking technology, surveying ruins hidden deep within jungles, beneath oceans, and even under urban centers. What they found only deepened their confusion. Vast networks of dormant machines, capable of terraforming planets, lay undisturbed beneath layers of sediment. In the Mariana Trench, drones found an ancient gateway of unknown origin, radiating faint traces of interdimensional energy. Each discovery pointed to an undeniable conclusion: Earth was once the seat of the first. Chapter 2: Humanity Responds. On Earth, the intrusion did not go unnoticed. Humanity had long prepared for scenarios of this kind, understanding that their ancestors had left behind more than just ruins. In hidden bunkers beneath Antarctica, intelligence agencies intercepted faint traces of Federation reconnaissance teams. Satellite images revealed anomalies across Earth's surface. Faint distortions in the air, where cloaking fields struggled to adapt to Earth's electromagnetic interference. In the subterranean command center beneath the Andes Mountains, General Naomi Danner stood before a massive display screen showing the incursions. "It was only a matter of time," she muttered, her voice laced with both resignation and determination. The Federation has discovered what we've kept hidden for millennia. Colonel Marcus Rain stepped forward, his face grim. Do we escalate? If they're here for the runes, they won't leave without answers. Danner nodded slowly. Activate the Sentinel network. They want answers? Let them see exactly what humanity is capable of. Across Earth, systems that had lain dormant for centuries roared to life. Orbital platforms emerged from camouflage, their railguns and missile arrays locking onto Federation ships. Energy shields shimmered to life, enveloping key regions of the planet. Beneath the Pacific Ocean, the Aegis Dawn, Earth's largest warship, powered up, its engines sending tremors through the water. On Mars, hidden bases prepared their fleets for launch, their weapons bristling with kinetic and energy-based payloads. Humanity was no stranger to conflict. They had fought wars long before the Federation's oldest species had learned to harness fire. And now, they would remind the galaxy why they were not to be underestimated. Chapter 3. The Federation's First Mistake. Commander Vresh watched in shock as Earth's defenses activated. The cloaking technology of their reconnaissance teams failed under the pressure of localized EMP bursts, exposing the Federation ships to the full might of humanity's orbital platforms. They were waiting for us, Vresh realized aloud. Prepare for combat. They're far more advanced than we believed. But it wasn't the orbital defenses that truly shocked the Federation fleet. It was the ruins themselves. As if reacting to humanity's activation of the Sentinel network, the ancient structures buried within Earth's crust began to stir. Across the planet, massive pillars of light erupted into the sky, their energy readings eclipsing anything the Federation had ever encountered. The megastructures hummed with power, their purpose unknown, but clearly beyond anything modern civilizations could achieve. On Earth's surface, humanity's forces engaged the Federation's reconnaissance teams with brutal efficiency. Soldiers wielding rail guns and experimental energy disruptors dismantled Federation drones and troops. Human aircraft, though seemingly primitive, outmaneuvered their opponents with sheer adaptability and unconventional tactics. Withdraw to the fleet, Vresh ordered as his forces were routed on all fronts. But as the surviving Federation ships regrouped, they faced a new nightmare. A fleet of human ships emerged from Mars, their designs unorthodox but bristling with firepower. At the center of the fleet was the Aegis Dawn, its weapon systems locking onto the Federation's command vessel. Chapter 4. The Battle for Sol. The first shot came from the Aegis Dawn, a railgun slug traveling at near light speed. It struck the Vanguard Apex's forward shields, shattering them with a deafening impact. The Federation fleet scrambled to respond, but humanity's ships fought with an aggression and ingenuity that defied galactic norms. Where the Federation relied on coordinated formations and automated targeting, humanity thrived on chaos. Fighters weaved through the Federation's lines, launching EMP missiles that disrupted targeting systems. Larger human ships rammed through smaller Federation vessels, their reinforced hulls absorbing impacts that should have destroyed them. On board the Vanguard Apex, Vresh's confidence crumbled. "They're animals," he muttered, watching as another destroyer was obliterated by human torpedoes. "No," Sub-Commander Jarek corrected, his voice tinged with fear. "They're predators." The battle raged for hours, but it became increasingly clear that the Federation was outmatched. Humanity's weapons were unorthodox, but devastatingly effective. Their strategies were erratic, yet impossible to predict. And their ships, though individually inferior, operated with a cohesion that overwhelmed the Federation's superior technology. Chapter 5. Awakening the Past. As the Federation's fleet retreated, the ruins on Earth reached a crescendo of activity. Massive constructs began to rise from the ground, their designs impossibly complex. On the Moon, an ancient structure revealed itself, projecting a holographic star map that spanned the entire galaxy. It depicted thousands of systems, each marked with symbols humanity had long studied but never understood. In the depths of the Pacific, the gateway discovered by the Federation activated, sending ripples of energy that disrupted sensors across the system. Humanity's scientists and engineers worked tirelessly to decipher the activation sequences, knowing that the Federation would return with reinforcements. "This isn't just about defending Earth anymore," General Danner said. "This is about reclaiming what was ours." As the ruins continued to awaken, humanity began to unlock technologies left behind by their ancestors. Energy fields capable of bending space-time, weapons that harness the power of stars, and ships designed to traverse dimensions all began to take shape. Humanity was no longer defending itself, it was preparing to rise again. Chapter 6: Humanity Strikes Back. The ruins of Earth were no longer dormant. Across the planet, megastructures hummed with ancient power, their activation radiating energy signatures that defied understanding. In orbit, the remnants of the Federation's fleet scrambled to regroup, but their retreat was hounded by human ships equipped with newly unlocked technologies. The Aegis Dawn, now retrofitted with energy systems derived from the ruins, launched a prototype weapon, the Stellar Lance. A concentrated beam of star-forged energy lanced through space, obliterating a retreating Federation cruiser in an instant. For every Federation ship destroyed, humanity's confidence grew. This was not simply defense. It was the rebirth of their dominance. On Earth, the discovery of the Pacific Gateway sent shockwaves through humanity's scientific community. The structure, now fully operational, revealed its true purpose: a dimensional conduit capable of traversing the galactic expanse in mere moments. General Danner and her team realized the implications immediately. "If this technology existed all along," she said in a hushed tone, "then our ancestors weren't just builders of empires. They were the architects of the galaxy." The decision was made to utilize the gateway for a preemptive strike. Mars' fleet prepared for deployment, while Earth's newly activated orbital platforms ensured the homeworld's safety. Humanity wasn't content with mere survival. They were ready to take the fight to the Federation's core systems. A vanguard fleet led by the Aegis Dawn passed through the gateway, emerging near Arendor Prime, the Galactic Federation's capital. Their arrival was not subtle. Federation fleets scrambled to respond, but the suddenness of humanity's assault sowed chaos. The capital's outer defenses crumbled under the onslaught of kinetic and energy-based weaponry. The Federation's forces ill-prepared for such raw, unrelenting power. Chapter 7: The Galaxy Learns the Truth. On Arendor Prime, the Galactic Council convened in a state of panic. Representatives from hundreds of species shouted over one another, their holographic forms flickering across the council chamber. "This is impossible," one exclaimed. "Humans were supposed to be primitives," another shouted. "They're using technology we've never seen before. How could they have hidden this from us?" The chamber fell silent as a hologram of the battle outside the capital played. The Aegis Dawn unleashed devastating strikes, flanked by human ships darting in and out of enemy formations. For every Federation counterattack, humanity adapted, using unconventional strategies that defied the rigid doctrines of galactic warfare. Amid the chaos, one voice rose above the rest. Councillor Kale, a member of the Krelith Consortium and one of the Federation's foremost historians, spoke with authority. "We have misunderstood humanity," he began. "They are not primitives. They are the remnants of the first." The council erupted in disbelief, but Kale continued. "The ruins on their world, the technology they are now wielding, these are not the marks of a backward species. They are the legacy of an ancient one. We dismiss their disinterest in galactic politics as weakness. Now, we see it for what it is, a patience born of superiority." As Kale's words spread through the council and beyond, the galaxy began to understand the enormity of what was unfolding. Humanity, once dismissed as irrelevant, was proving itself to be not just a force to be reckoned with, but the original architects of the galaxy's greatness. Chapter 8: Humanity's Rise. The battle for Erandor Prime reached its climax as humanity's fleet pushed deeper into the capital's defenses. The Aegis Dawn and its escorts targeted key military installations, while ground forces deployed to secure the city. Human soldiers, enhanced by their ancient technology, moved with precision and ferocity. Federation troops, though well-trained, were overwhelmed by the sheer determination and adaptability of their human counterparts. On the bridge of the Aegis Dawn, General Danner monitored the unfolding assault. Reports of surrendering Federation forces came in alongside updates on captured installations. "They're falling back," Colonel Rains said, his tone triumphant. "They're not equipped to fight this kind of war." Danner nodded but kept her focus. "Ensure minimal collateral damage. This isn't about destruction. It's about sending a message." The message was clear. Humanity had returned, and the galaxy would never be the same. Federation fleets across the galaxy, hearing of the capital's fall, began to retreat from contested territories. The once mighty organization fractured under the weight of its own arrogance, its member species questioning their allegiance. Humanity, however, did not pursue conquest. Their goal was not domination but reclamation. They broadcast a single message to the galaxy, using the ancient technology that connected the ruins across countless systems. "We are humanity. We are the first. We built the foundations of this galaxy, and now we rise again to ensure its future. Stand with us or stand aside." Epilogue: The Architects of Tomorrow. Years after humanity's rise, the galaxy had changed irrevocably. The Galactic Federation, once a symbol of unity, was now a shadow of its former self, its members scattered or allied with humanity. Earth became the center of a new order, its ruins transformed into living monuments to the First's legacy. The technology unlocked from those ancient structures propelled humanity into a golden age of exploration and innovation. Fleets bearing the mark of Earth spread across the stars, not as conquerors, but as stewards. General Danner, now a figure of legendary status, stood atop a platform overlooking the Pacific Gateway. Beside her, young recruits prepared for their first missions among the stars. "Remember," she said, her voice firm but warm, "our ancestors were not defined by their power, but by their vision. We carry their legacy, not as a burden, but as a promise. The galaxy is ours to protect and to inspire." As the gateway activated, sending the recruits into the far reaches of the cosmos, humanity's place among the stars was no longer in question. They were the original architects, the guardians of a galaxy they had once shaped and now reclaimed. The era of humanity's rise had begun, and the stars themselves bore witness.